Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video we're gonna be looking at the new S.H.Figuarts Battle Damaged Darth Vader from Obi-Wan Kenobi series. This is a figure that was recently released and I finally got it, and I'm so excited that this figure is finally here and that I get to review it and I get to pose it. So let's get into this review. First we'll take a look at the box. It's a standard S.H.Figuarts box, and sorry about the glare. We have Obi-Wan Kenobi writing here. The figure and the accessories are inside. On this side we have Star Wars. On the other side we have a nice promo shot of the new Darth Vader. In the back we have some more promo shots, great images of this Vader dueling with their SHF Obi-Wan Jabim version. Not much more to see on this SHF box. Let's now open up this Vader and let's see if this one lives up to the expectations. But before we see the figure, I just wanted to show you guys how the backdrop looks in the box when you take the figure out. You see a nice image of Darth Vader. So here is our new SHF Vader out of the box. And I have to say, my first impressions, this figure looks really good. It looks really good. Bandai finally updated this body. They finally fixed some issues that I had with their previous releases, and now I would say right from the start that this is probably the best 6-inch Vader that we ever got. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's take one step at a time, and first here we can look at his proportions. He looks great. It's a nice silhouette. The helmet looks great on the body, and just overall look of this guy looks amazing. But let's now take a look at the details. Look at how great this head sculpt turned out. They even made this silver cheek that is accurate to the movie. It's a nice attention to details. The lenses are kind of dark red. I'm not sure if the camera picks that up, but it is visible in hand. The sculpt is so nice and sharp and precise. It is beautiful. Look at that shiny dome. Everything looks really good on the helmet. As you can see, we have the chain connecting two sides of the cape, and the cape is wired, but it's not connected to the body. That is something that is a trend with S.H.Figuarts Vaders. Previous one had the same design, but this time I feel like for some reason the cape holds the pose much better. The wire goes not just on both sides, but it's down here as well. You can see the inside of the cape, how it is stitched on the edges. That's where the wire is. And you also get few wires through the middle. This is the wingspan of the cape. And here, where you see these stitched lines, you get also wires. So 3 wires in the middle and then throughout all the edges as well. So you can kind of tuck it underneath the helmet, and so the helmet will hold the pose. The rest of the body looks beautiful. Again, it's a nice sharp sculpting. We see the armor parts that are shiny, and then the undersuit parts that are much more matte, shiny gloves as well. Chest box that is nicely sculpted and painted, and this crotch piece that has some nice wrinkles sculpted on it so that it looks kind of like leather. The belt looks good. All of the sculpted details that we usually see on Vader's belt are here, sculpted and painted. All of these little buttons, everything is really well painted. Here we have a peg for his lightsaber hilt, and the belt goes in the back as well, and then the legs are nicely sculpted with all of these lines on the undersuit, shiny shins, and then the boots that are matte. And then a huge improvement for this figure in comparison with the previous SHF Vaders is that they finally decided to give him a soft goods tunic. We finally can articulate Vader's legs without any hindrance. And the great thing about this is that not just that this is a cloth material, but the fact that they also decided to put wire in it. This is wired. Look at this. That is something that I was really not expecting. And the wire also goes throughout the whole thing. It is fully wired. So when you articulate the legs, it goes out of the way and you can play with it. You know, you can pose the tunic however you want. So that is such a nice feature. Just for that, this figure is already amazing to me. Okay, let's now take a look at his accessories. And the first thing that we're going to look at is, of course, the most important accessory in this set, and that is his alternate head. Look at this horrendous beauty. This is one of the best head sculpts that I saw in the S.H.Figuarts Star Wars line. The cut and the damage is beautifully sculpted. It looks brutally torn, and Anakin head sculpt is amazing. And the damage on his head, it looks amazing. I'm loving the way that this head sculpt turned out. This is such a phenomenal piece. And how great it is that they gave you two Vader heads. This one and the one that is already on the figure. So you can have options to display this guy however you want, you know. I had to adjust the light a little bit because I want you guys to see how good this Anakin head sculpt is. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful work by Bandai. And we can switch the head. And as you can see, the cape is removable. And we're gonna pop on the alternate damaged head. Here is our battle damaged S.H.Figuarts Vader. Such a great job by Bandai. I love it. We're gonna keep that head on him, and we're going to take a look at the rest of the accessories. It is only appropriate that after his damaged helmet, I show you that he also comes with a damaged chest box. It is damaged all the way, as you can see my finger behind. Of course, there are no lights here because the chest box is turned off, it's damaged. Here we have pegs on the back side, and so that is how you swap this one with the one that is already on the figure. We get two lightsaber hilts. One has a peg hole, and that's the one he will hold in hand because the blade can be pegged into this, and this one doesn't have a peg hole. And you can see also that here where this ring loop is, that is where the hilt should be connected to the belt, and this alternate hilt doesn't have that detail because we have a peg hole so that it can be connected to the belt. And the sculpt is beautiful. Look at all of these nice technical details. Everything looks sharp and it's well painted. And then we get two translucent red lightsaber blades, a standard one and the one that represents swooshing, swinging effect. Both of them look really good. As you can see, they are transparent, and the way you connect the two is practically the same as we usually get in the Black Series line. You can see that here at the bottom there is a curve, and it has to match the curve of the hilt. And so now you have your standard Darth Vader lightsaber. And same thing goes for this swinging effect. Peg it in, and now you have a swinging lightsaber. And then he also comes with 6 pairs of interchangeable hands. He already has fisted hands on him. He comes with a pair of gripping hands, a pair of pointing hands, a pair of choking hands, a pair of relaxed hands, a pair of hands for when he is standing with his hands on his belt. So that's a nice touch. And then a pair of action open hands. Let's now take a look at his articulation. There is a peg at the top of the neck and at the bottom as well, and that gives us some nice range of movement. You can't expect too much for Vader because the armor and the helmet really limits the movement, but I would say that this is enough for what you want out of your Vader figure. He can look down a little bit, up a bit better. The head can tilt side to side and it can rotate. As I said, the cape is wired, and we have a nice butterfly joint that gives us a great range of movement. Shoulder armor pieces are on a hinge and are connected to the arm, and when you want to put the arm out like this, it gets out of the way. It goes on the top of this chest armor, as you can see. So the arms move out all the way. We also have a drop down in the shoulder. The arm rotates 360. We have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow that almost goes all the way. We have a wrist rotation, and the hands are on a standard SHF ball joint that can go in any direction, up, down, in and out, depending on how you turn that ball joint, so be careful with that. We have 2 cuts in the torso, here behind the chest box and down here behind the belt, so those 2 points of articulation give us some nice side-to-side rotation, a little bit of tilt. He can crunch forward this much, back this much. There is a drop-down movement in the hips, legs go out this much, they move forward this much, back this much. We have a thigh rotation, double bend in the knee that gives us this much. There is a swivel in the ankle, foot goes forward this much, back this much. We have a toe joint, a fairly limited ankle pivot, so that could be better. Here's just a quick pose of him holding his lightsaber, just to show you guys how that looks. And in just few seconds of messing with this figure, this is what you can get. Look how natural the cape and the tunic flows. This is beautiful. Let's now compare our new S.H.Figuarts with some other figures. Here he is with Bandai model kit Darth Vader with custom soft goods, and the previous S.H.Figuarts Return of the Jedi Vader. And even though I really like this figure, this is still new to me because I feel like I got it recently. This guy is so much better, the posability is so much better, it's not as frustrating as it is when you try to pose this guy, so this one for sure takes the win. Here he is with the Black Series A New Hope Darth Vader and the new Mafex 1.5 Rogue One Darth Vader. And you can see that all 3 of these from all 3 companies are practically the same size. They have the same height, and that's even without utilizing his drop-down hips. So there you go. Here is a comparison that I assume a lot of you guys wanted to see. Here is our new S.H.Figuarts with the Black Series Wandering Jedi Obi-Wan Kenobi and the newest S.H.Figuarts Jabim version of Kenobi. And you can see how this new S.H.Figuarts towers over both of these Kenobis, who are practically the same size. So this is great. I want my Vader to be menacing standing next to Kenobi, so this looks amazing. And here he is with the Black Series Reva and the Black Series Grand Inquisitor. Here he is with the S.H.Figuarts Luke Skywalker from The Mandalorian and the S.H.Figuarts Luke Skywalker from Return of the Jedi. I don't have that many Black Series Lukes, so here is our new S.H.Figuarts with the Black Series Endor Luke and the Black Series Endor Leia. Here he is with the Black Series Imperial Stormtrooper and the Black Series Return of the Jedi Boba Fett. And finally, with no reason at all, here he is with the Black Series Clone Wars version of Obi-Wan Kenobi and the Black Series Clone Wars version of Anakin. And before I wrap up this video, I wanted to show you guys one more thing. If you have this SHF Jedi Luke, then you also have this. This is an unhelmeted Vader head that came with that Jedi Luke. And I have this for some time now, and I used it a few times in my Vader posing videos, but I wanted to see if this head sculpt fits this new Vader body. Oh yeah, it fits perfectly. The peg and the peg hole are compatible. This is amazing, look at this. So you get these two heads and you get this as the third option. As I said, if you have that SHF Jedi Luke. The articulation is there, you have to be careful to put that neck piece underneath the chest armor and it fits perfectly. And then if you have the previous SHF Vader, the one from the Return of the Jedi, that one also came with an unhelmeted Vader head and it looks like this. And as you can see, it also fits on this new body. So you can use whichever version you have, and it's great to see that these are all compatible. And so, if you can't tell, I love this figure. This is, for me, now my ultimate Darth Vader in my 6-inch Star Wars collection. Black Series, Mafex, SHF, I don't care. This one is the best. This figure is the reason why I decided to skip that battle-damaged Black Series version, because I knew that I wanted to have this one, and I don't regret it. Not one bit. This is such a beautiful figure. I don't know what to tell you guys. I can't recommend this figure enough. I still have that Mafex Rogue One 1.5 version Vader to review and to pose, and I love the way that that figure looks. It's great as a representation of Rogue One movie, but this this SHF release, this is the ultimate Vader for your collection. I would say at this point that if you are someone who, for some reason right now, at this moment, is starting a 6-inch Star Wars collection and you want that one perfect ultimate Vader, you can take all of your money that you would spend on all different versions that Hasbro gave us, and you should buy this one. The ankle articulation could be a bit better, that is the only minus I would say for this figure, but the rest of it, the articulation is beautiful. You get such a nice range of accessories, practically all that you need. And as I said, if you have that Jedi look, you also have that alternate unhelmeted Vader head that is compatible with this figure. And so that just gives this guy even more value, even more posing options for your display, and I'm just overwhelmed with how amazing this figure is. Now, I would really like to hear you guys. What do you think about this new SHF release? Is this something that you have in your collection? Is this something that you pre-ordered? Are you maybe now looking for it on the secondary market? Let me know down in the comments. What do you think about the comparison between this one and the Black Series one? Of course, there is a huge price difference, and I made an in-depth video where I compare this new SHF Battle Damage Vader with the Black Series one, so if you guys want, you can check it out. But I would really like to hear you guys. What do you think about this figure? Do you have Black Series one? Are you satisfied with that one? Let me know all of it down in the comments. Stay tuned for a posing video for this figure. It will be on the channel in time. Right now, you know, with these holidays, I'm kind of busy with my private life and professional life as well, so it will take some time for me to make all of these posing videos, but you know, stay tuned for that. Everything will be on the channel fairly soon. A special thank you, as always, goes out to my supporters on Patreon. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for helping me to get some of these figures and to continue making my content. And of course, to all the rest of you guys, thank you so much for watching my videos, for being here with me, and I'll see ya in the next video.